Now then. Good morning, everybody. For any of y'all out there that don't watch on a regular basis,
That's his trademark.
always what we say.
He always says good morning.
Yeah. We got some special guests in here tonight.
And I am like super duper excited, like beyond excited.
I'm pretty happy to have them myself.
Yeah.
Got a feeling anybody that's watching is going to learn a little something.
Yeah.
Y'all are easily entertained.
We are.
Very much.
We're simple kind of people.
So I will gladly do introductions. We do have the Arkansas Realtors Association president, Phillip Jones, and immediate past president, Wes Freeman. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Thanks for having us.
We're so excited. Are you ready for us to just pick your brains?
Let's drill
and-
West. I'm all about that.
Don't pick too much. There's not a lot up there to pick at.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. So I'm going to start off with just basic question. Phillip, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
What made you get into real estate? I already know the answer,
Right.
but for those that don't know, what made you get into real estate?
I'm glad you said that because I have a very interesting story.
Oh, geez.
I was raised in real estate. I'm a third generation realtor. Real estate was not the industry I was wanting to get into. My passion at that time was U.S. Marshal. And
Really?
Yeah. So I was fortunate to have an great uncle, that was over the U.S. Marshals in the Western District of Arkansas. So he was telling me how to the process to get into it. I didn't have any experience in that whatsoever, but my great grandfather was a Vanbury County Sheriff, and of course my great uncle was over the U.S. Marshal. So anyway, I applied for state police, passed all my tests. I was just waiting for the camp to open up and get my experience. So while I was waiting, I had to find a job. And what else? Real estate. So I took my real estate license in 97, passed it, started working for my father, and the rest is history.
Wow. Okay, Wes, how about you?
I took a little different route. And you guys have heard this. I get a little emotional sometimes. I'm getting better. The more times I tell this, the better I get. But I was traveling across the country working nuclear outages, and my son was young. He was, from the time he was born, I did that. And I was leaving Arizona, going to a job in Tennessee, and I wasn't supposed to leave out till the next morning, but I talked to my supervisors and let me leave a half a day early so I could stay in Little Rock and spend the night with my wife and my son. My son's 2.5. So we go to dinner. We're coming back, and this was back when you could still, people could go to the gate, watch you get on the plane, meet you when you got off. Mm-hmm. Well, all he ever knew was he saw me get on the plane and he saw me get off, and we was on our way back from dinner, and he said, "Daddy, I don't want you to go back on the plane." And I thought, he's watched a lot of TV, saw a plane crash. He thought I worked on the plane. And I said, "Bub, it's fine. Planes are perfectly safe. There's no problem." And he said, "No, Daddy, I miss you." And I looked at my wife right then and I said, "This is my last job. I will be home after this." And she said, "What are you going to do?" And I said, "I don't know, but it's going to be at home with him." And I got to my job. And in that industry, there's somebody, and most of the time it's everybody that says, "I'm quitting. I'm tired of this. I'm out." Got to the job and went in there, and I'm all smiles. And nobody that's been on the road for 3 months is all smiles. Hit me up. I'll cook you a steak. We'll hang out. But no, I ain't coming back.
Wow. And how long ago was that?
25 years ago.
Wow.
I used to get calls monthly. For about the first 3 years, I got calls every month wanting me to come back. And I'm not going to lie, when I was first into real estate, there's some of those times it's pretty inviting. Sounded like a pretty good idea.
Especially 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but never look back. I wouldn't. Family is too important, and I never regret it.
Awesome.
That's awesome. So now I'm going to jump off and we're just going to dive feet first into it. Okay. So what does ARA stand for? What does Arkansas Realtors Association, what does it mean and what is it?
I'll tell you what it means to me.
Okay.
You know, when you are involved in the Arkansas Realtors Association, like we all are, you get to see more and more how much ARA takes care of the public and takes care of private property owners. And I think there's a very bad misconception out there that realtors are all just taking care of realtors and ARA is just taking care of realtors. And how they do that, they take care of the members. They make sure that the members are, you know,
We have the tools.
we have the tools to do the job properly. But at the same time, they make sure that when we're using those tools and we're doing the job properly, we're also taking care of the public. And I think that gets lost too much in how much ARA and realtors really do care about the public. It's not just a check. You know, now that it is how we pay our bills. It's how we provide for our family. But it's also a part of taking care of your community and taking care of those people. Let's face it, without the community taking care of us, we wouldn't have anybody to take care of.
Nope.
So it's a give and take. It's a two-way street. We take care of them. Sometimes I don't think they really know how much we take care of them. And that's fine. We shouldn't be out there, you know, hey, just so you know, I did this for you.
Right.
No.
Glorifying it.
No.
Right.
Well, I mean, to be fair, though, I mean, the good thing about it is I mean, you kind of want them to have that experience as a realtor. They get the call, hey, got good news. They get another call, hey, I got good news. Get another call, hey, I got closing day. You know, you want to be that for them
Absolutely.
from start to finish, but it's not always that way.
It's not all that way. Unfortunately, there are times when we have to deliver, you know, bad news. You know, inspection comes back bad. You know what? That's the great thing about real estate is there's more of it out there. You know, so we can go do that. You know, we are a lot of times as agents, we're the buffer. You know,
We're that middleman.
we are, and it's not always that our clients need to know that sometimes the water gets choppy.
Right.
You know, they need to see that the lake's smooth all the time,
Right.
as much as possible. Now, you don't hide stuff from them, but if you're fixing issues, you don't need that. They have enough stress when you're investing the type of money that you invest in buying a home. You don't need added stress.
We're in their home, taking care of their kids. They're doing their
Absolutely.
job. They're going
Life.
through their
Life.
daily lives.
Absolutely.
And that's what I personally tell people. It's my job to relieve as much stress from this process from you as possible.
Absolutely. If there's
Being transparent about it, but let me do the stressing while you do life.
and I don't think that everyone really understands that, and that's fine because that means we're doing our job. We're taking care of our people, and we're keeping stress off of them.
Right.
That was kind of a tangent off of ARA, but that is kind of the basis of ARA. I mean, that's
Right.
when we go to
Absolutely.
meetings and all the things, that's what we're trying to figure out is how can we better serve and take stress off of our clients.
Absolutely.
That's
Exactly.
That's what we're working on.
So, Phillip, what's your input on what ARA is?
My input is like, you know, for the members of the realtor members, you know, it's, I think a lot of them think, you know, well, it's state, you know, we don't have a voice. You do have a voice. And it's your association. We just happen to be in that position, but we'll take your voice and we'll express it. We want your voice.
Absolutely.
And we always encourage every time we visit a board, for your board, local board, to get involved, sit on a committee. Your voice is more powerful than anything. And there's always things that we can change, but we need your voice to do that.
Right. We can't change it if we don't know it.
Absolutely. And also, ARA gets a lot of calls every day, but there is a difference between ARA and Arkansas Real Estate Commission. A lot of people call thinking ARA is the Real Estate Commission. It's not.
No.
Really two different entities. So, yeah.
Yeah. And there again, they're just like, as real estate agents, we're the middleman for our clients. But in ARA, you have a middleman
Absolutely.
that will take your concern, your worry on up the chain and make sure it doesn't get lost.
Wes and it started with Jennifer, President Welch, back in 24. We worked so hard to travel all over the state and really to show our why you should be involved in Arkansas Realtors Association. Because I think a lot of members were just paying their dues and didn't know what the Real Estate Association was all about. And we're trying to change that philosophy.
Right.
And, get more people involved because, again, it is your association. And we want it to be the best association in the state. I'm very competitive, but I want to beat Texas. I want to beat Missouri. I want to beat Tennessee.
Go Hogs.
Go Hogs, beat Arizona. But, I want to be the number one association in the state of Arkansas, in the nation. And in order to do that, all of us have to get together and work together.
Absolutely.
We're stronger by numbers. And I had a T-shirt wearing that on the way up here.
Yes,
We're
you did.
Stronger by numbers.
Yep. And I think you should have wore it under your jacket.
Wes wouldn't let me. So.
Yeah.
And if there's anybody out there that's listening that is a realtor that has thought about attending any ARA gatherings and just kind of questioning yourself on whether or not you want to or not, I highly recommend doing it. Jesse and I started going in 22.
22.
And it is intimidating when you walk in the door.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, there's a lot of brain power, and you can feel it hitting you in the face when you walk in. But just keep going.
Yep.
Just keep going. Shake hands.
Well, I mean, to go back to what Phillip was saying, if you don't know and you have that mindset, it's the state, I just pay dues, and you don't really insert yourself, because just like you and I, we just paid our dues.
Exactly.
ARA, that state, that's way above our level, and then
It took an ask.
But-
It took
but-
somebody
but-
to ask you to come.
But
And
it's
that's
the
same
paying
way it
member's
started
voice.
with
I
me.
mean, that's
yeah.
If
gotta
it wasn't
give
for
it-
Velda Looters and Doyle Yates and Jennifer Welch, Wes Freeman, I mean, I wouldn't be here today. I mean,
Well,
it took
it
them to
was
ask.
you and Pam Hart and Mike
Exactly.
Ford, all three of y'all coming at
Absolutely.
me, Jesse, I think you need to be there.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for that, we would have never even went. But we went to that first meeting, Lake to Gray,
Yeah.
and we've not missed a meeting since.
Right.
felt like lights on the
I
wall the
haven't.
first
He
time.
has, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
okay. What'd you say?
Throw me under the bus, why don't you?
Oh yeah, every chance I get. But I mean, so to go with what you're saying, absolutely, highly encourage going at least once.
Absolutely.
And if you make it that one meeting, you'll want to go to another meeting because, okay, I wasn't quite sure. So I want to go again to make sure I'm sure.
And look at the
And then you're
schedule and
hooked.
go sit into some of the meetings and some of the gatherings and just
Absolutely. Yeah. Any committees that
Yeah.
something strikes of interest of you, just go in there and sit in one. If you don't like it, go to the other one. I mean, some people will put you on a committee that you don't like, but you overlook that sometimes. But,
yeah, be careful what you sign.
Yeah,
First
yeah.
couple of meetings. I mean, make sure you're ready.
but like Jessie, she's my safety chair and is doing an
Well,
outstanding job.
And when we first started going, I went to one safety meeting because I, curious. Dennis Burks, he was chair.
Exactly.
And the next thing I know, I'm volunteering to be on the safety task force. And I wasn't even on the committee. And now here I am, 3-4 years later,
Absolutely.
and I'm your safety chair.
Just text and ask. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes an ask, and sometimes it takes a told.
Well, I will say last year, you asking me to chair communications, I was petrified. I had no idea what I was doing, but Wes asked, and I was not telling Wes no.
And you did a tremendous job.
Well, I will say this for you Cleburne County Board of Realtors that's watching, you've got a gem right here, because from where she started to where she is now, outstanding. She gave her report in February. Her papers wasn't doing this. She was super. So she's coming around and look for higher boundaries for her.
Okay, I don't know about all that, but
Oh yeah,
okay. Thank you.
you bet.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so now we're going to change the subject here a little bit.
Yeah, now you want to change the subject.
I don't like talking about me. Okay. And I think we kind of basically covered it, the importance of not only paying your dues to ARA, but being involved in ARA. I think we covered a lot of it.
Well, we've covered that pretty good, I believe, but you can't state enough how important it is. Our members, the members of Arkansas Realtor Association, they're the foundation of our association. Someone has to manage that, and someone has to help lead that direction. But the members, we've got a little over 11,000 members. They are the foundation of our association. And, you need to voice your opinion. I rarely run across a realtor that is shy and not willing to voice their opinion about something. Well, here's your chance. We're asking you, come to June meetings in El Dorado. What's the date?
June 13th through the 15th, I believe. Yeah.
May 31st through June 2nd.
My
Thank
bad.
you. I was like, no.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
RLM. My bad.
Now, this is what you have to keep in mind. I like doing that to Phillip because Phillip has so much on his plate.
Yeah.
And if I wouldn't have double checked that before I come in here,
So he set you up.
Oh, he did. Yeah, that's okay. I'll get him back here.
oh yeah, that happens. We're like stepbrothers. Anybody that's been there knows that.
Do y'all play each other's drum set? Y'all seen the movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You not seen our picture? Yeah.
Okay. No, he was not there.
Sorry.
He was not there, so he did not see the picture. I was, though. It was great.
But it was our members, and Phillip talked about Jennifer Welch, past president, 2024, did a tremendous job. She got us kicked off in the right direction, going all across the state.
I agree.
And we were taking a leadership team, and we started a leadership roadshow. And from that, we went all 24. Last year, we went all of 25. And we've been all over the place in 26.
Say y'all have not slowed down in 26.
Not at all.
We haven't, and it is making a difference. It's changing the culture of ARA, if you will, and there was nothing wrong with the culture that was there. However, if you're going to get more participation, sometimes you have to make changes.
Yep.
And I'm of a certain age where I'm not really big on change. However, we're not going to be here forever. We have to set the tone and help bring up future leaders like a Jesse Johnson, like a David Johnson, like some of the others that are up and coming leaders. And you do that by getting out across the state and finding out who those future leaders are.
Yep.
We were just in Pine Bluff for Jefferson County. You guys remember this name, Rhonda Glover.
Glover, yeah.
She is a
Spark plug.
She's a spark plug now.
Really?
Yes.
She brings a lot of energy to the table, and we've got a lot of people that do that. But if you just sit out there and wait on them to come to ARA, it's very difficult. As David said, it can be intimidating.
Absolutely.
If I would not have had those people before me, 20 years ago, that said, Wes, this is what time we're leaving for Little Rock to go to ARA meetings. What time, where do you want me to pick you up? It wasn't, do you want to go? It was, where do you want me to pick up? And you need to pack a bag. We're going to be there a couple of days. And Phillip has seen that. We've seen that. But very few people just load up and say, I'm going to go figure this out. I'm going to go see what they've got going.
Right.
You have to have the leaders of our state that go out there and find them and encourage them to come. Well, Jennifer got that started in 24. And I don't think that there's any accident that 24 and 25 were two of, I believe they are the two largest attended state conventions ever in ARA. And that's because we got out and made those contacts, and we encouraged people to come. And when they see, you know what, our leadership is not as intimidating as they appear at some of these meetings.
Well, and speaking for myself and speaking on 24, 25, 26, y'all make yourself approachable.
And we can't speak before that because
No.
So I mean it.
And that's why I'm saying, speaking for myself, 24, 25, and 26, y'all make yourself approachable. But the fact that y'all are taking that initiative to travel the state from the largest board to the smallest board, y'all are making it known. ARA is welcoming you all with open doors.
We get up every day unemployed just like every other realtor in the state.
Preach. Preach.
We list and sell. That's how we make our money.
Yep.
We don't get paid a dime for going and doing the leadership things that we do. We don't do it for the money.
How often do you think McDonald's minimum wage would be good?
Oh, it would.
I think I could flip a burger.
Yeah.
But we love the association so much. I mean, really, we care about it and love the association so much that, I mean, it's a big need for our members. And we hope it continues for what we've started. I know President-elect Dyer, she's planning on continue that.
Jen Dyer's so passionate about ARA.
She's the sweetest.
But, hopefully it continues on. And, we just want to start, I guess, a tradition. We do a road show and visit every association there is in the state of Arkansas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it, and the fact that you can walk in the doors at ARA and
absolutely.
you have a bright, smiling face to greet you as soon as you walk through the door, and every single person in that building, if this one doesn't know, this one's going to know.
Absolutely.
And all the way down through them, they're all there to help.
I had the privilege to be with the GRLA class. When was that? Wednesday? Yesterday? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
And we went to the Jackson House in Hot Springs. I don't know if you have been to Jackson House, but it's kind of like a thrift store, food pantry, and they feed the hungry. And I mean, busy. And we were there helping, do whatever they needed us to do, stuffing Easter baskets, moving furniture.
I've seen pictures.
Putting clothes together, I mean, whatever. But just seeing that class together, and, I guess he's the newest employee of ARA, Guy Shope. I mean, he's done an outstanding job.
And he doesn't miss a beat.
Doesn't miss a beat.
Yep.
And, I mean, he's going to be a big asset to the Arkansas Realtor Association once he figures out everything. But, CEO Andrea Alford, outstanding. I think that was one of the greatest moves that ARA done was hire
Absolutely.
her. And what she's putting together, and I mean, she's still working the kinks out, but it's coming together. I can see it. All of us can see it coming together.
We have ARA has a tremendous staff.
They do.
Absolutely, hands
I
down.
don't think they get enough
Praise.
pats on the back and enough praises. We try to do that, but you do not realize. I said this last year, just like we were talking about us being the buffer for transactions. When they put on meetings and we attend those meetings and help guide those meetings, run those meetings, you would think that everything ran just like a smooth, glass top
And
of
it
water.
does because of them.
Yeah.
Right. But you don't see that they are our buffer, our shock absorber, if you will. Where you
Running
don't
around
feel-
with toothpicks, holding their eyes open.
You don't
They
feel the
make
bumps
us look
in the
good,
road.
and for he and I, that a lot of work has to go make he and I look
Absolutely.
good. Yeah.
That's a fact.
But I do agree. They do an excellent job, and I can only imagine. I know how hard it is just to do this little thing that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine doing kind of the same thing on that scale. That has to be stressful.
Yeah.
Getting this many microphones to work.
And running
being-
from this committee to that committee
Oh, yeah.
to
Yeah.
this committee to that committee.
And making sure everything's functioning.
Yeah. And to have all of our name tags and all of the packets and all the things that go along with putting our meetings together.
Right.
It's bananas.
They do an outstanding, and really, believe it or not, they're kind of understaffed. Associations our size usually have 2 or 3 more employees working there, so we're understaffed considering all that we do. So they do an outstanding job.
And from an outsider looking in, you would never know it.
Never know. Yeah.
Never know
Yeah.
it. Really quick, I do have to give a shout out to, how we said there's a middleman. Mm-hmm. So therefore, my middleman, Miss Susan Vault, District 2 Vice
Susan
President.
Vault. Oh, we love Susan Vault.
So she is on and watching. So I wanted to give her a big shout out. There again, it's a stair step, and we all need that person. I can't tell you how many times I've called Susan and okay, I got a problem. How do I fix it? What do I do?
Susan's a great person, great mentor.
Yes.
Great heart. If you ever heard her speak about Hearts and Homes, the passion, her and Jan, the passionate, they talk to other local associations. They're in tears. Mm-hmm. And they just love Hearts and Homes and all the work they put into it. But she's a
hustler.
She's a hustler, a bright leader. And,
She loves ARA.
she loves
Mm-hmm.
ARA.
And she loves the people of ARA. She does a
You can
tremendous
see
job.
her passion. You can see her
Absolutely.
passion.
Absolutely.
It just kind of just radiates itself. She doesn't really have to work that hard at it.
Yeah.
it just comes natural for her.
I love showing up to our EC meetings, and I walk in and I get my Jan Dyer hug and I get my Susan Vaught hug. And I don't care what kind of day you're having, when you get a hug from one of those ladies,
Absolutely.
your day is, it's just, they mend your fences right there.
You get homemade cookies and you get homemade jam. I love it.
Absolutely.
I haven't had the jam yet, but I can speak on the homemade cookies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Miss Jan, I love you.
Pretty good.
And now we have Mr. Jeff Pratt in the house.
Oh, it's,
And speaking of shout outs, we need to do one more.
maybe soon to be Representative Pratt.
Yeah,
hopefully.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
He's got a
Y'all
big-
get out and vote in District 5.
District 5. Is that right? District 5.
According to what his thingy says.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Jeff,
go with what he put, not what Phillip said.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jeff is a good friend, great friend with Wes and I. But he has worked so hard for District 5, running for state representative. He loves where he's from. He loves the people. Anybody listening to District 5, your vote would mean a lot for him.
Yep.
The guy puts in tireless hours just to make things happen. But he'll be a great voice for District 5 if elected. So please go out and vote. I guess to March 31st is the day. So
Yeah.
please
Man,
go out
that's-
and vote if you
He
haven't done
did
so
say
already.
it's District 5.
District
It's
5,
District
okay.
5.
But yeah, great guy, great realtor, great friend, and he'll be a big asset in state government for sure.
It all comes from ARA, he says.
Oh,
Jeff.
all comes from ARA.
Yep, it all comes from ARA. Making strawberry jelly next week. It's strawberry season. Thank y'all for your extremely kind words, but I don't do anything that special. We are all a team. Okay.
That sounds just like
That's Susan.
It
sounds
does.
like
That's Susan.
Absolutely. But Miss Susan, I'm gonna need a jar of that jam, please, ma'am. Please. Please.
Can you email that with the report?
Yeah. Leadership training and live. Oh, leadership training and love. Glad you corrected that, Jeff.
You sure?
He did.
Okay.
First, he said leadership training and live. He meant to say leadership training and love.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You caught up over there?
Huh?
Are you caught up over there?
Yeah. Sorry.
You're good.
Thank you. I'm getting my jar jam. So what, starting with you, Phillip, what made you want to move up in leadership with ARA?
Well, I'll tell you again, it was the ask because to me, I was asked to be zone director, and I was hesitant to do that because, my father, although we gave, we paid our dues, he was like, he wanted me to be working and not be involved in the volunteerism because I guess he's losing money, So anyway, I got involved because it took the ask from Beldo Looters. And so I went to my first time to getting together with ARA was at the Capitol, state Capitol, in February. And I was like, wow. And that's where I met Jeff. That's where I met Holly. That's where I met Jennifer. And of course, they were, Jennifer and Holly, they were just like little, mama's trying to
Easy.
take care of me. You need to be doing this. You need to be doing that, And I was just like, y'all need to back up, just chill out. But that's where I got involved. And then I was asked to run for zone director. I had no idea what that was, but I did. And I guess I was unopposed because, But anyway, I got a position, best position ever, zone director.
How many years did you have zone director position?
Zone director position, I think probably,
Because it's a 3-year term.
I think 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did it for 6 years.
And then I took your spot.
Then you took my spot, yeah. And then, I was asked to, run for DVP. Well, I wasn't asked. I was told I'm running for DVP. If y'all remember Amber Gill. And
Yes.
she was DVP at the time. And, my reports were going to her, and I was the only one turning in reports because the other zone directors were not. And she
he
told
hasn't always been so diligent about turning in his reports.
me. Yeah. We'll get to that story later.
Oh, I was like, ooh, this is some juice here.
But I turned my reports in, just whatever. And Amber, it was at October leadership meetings, and she told me, she said, I'm putting your name in for DVP. And I went, why do you want to do that? And she goes, because I'm not moving up. And she had a chance to move up, but she was like all of us. We were scared to death to get in front of people. Mm-hmm. And she goes, I'm done. I'm not moving up. I'm putting your name in. And she did. And I got it. And of course, we lost her there in, I guess, around November or so. Mm-hmm. And then I had to fill in like the last month. And Amber Gill. And then it took a couple people sitting to my left. And past president said, you need to put your name for secretary treasurer. And so I did. And man, that was so stressful. And I can't imagine what Jeff Pratt's going through politicking because it's the way it was. You had to go out and get in touch with
Campaign.
people and
we've got to politic.
and
You got a
I was just
campaign.
like, I am done with this, and I won the position. It was in Fairfield Bay. It was at June meetings, Fairfield Bay. And I was like, wow. And then rest is history. You just move on up to president-elect and president. but it took people to ask, and that's the deal.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at somebody right now. She's been asked. So yeah.
Asked to do what?
But if you like to hear the story about reports, I'll let Wes talk about that.
Okay. So tell us what made you want to move up in leadership. And then you can
Then we get into the
get into the
Wes
story.
and Phillip stepbrother story. So I think it's like Phillip said. It starts with an ask. When you have somebody, Bill Ladd, Tony Moore, those guys back when I was first getting into real estate. That you're going to go to meetings, you're going to learn, you're going to get involved. To what extent is up to you, but you're going to go be there. Mm-hmm. Okay, at that time, it really wasn't an ask; it was a told. So you go and then you start getting this information, and you get more interested, and then over the years you get more and more interested. And Bill Ladd tried to get me to make this move into leadership long before I did, and Mickey Bass encouraged me. The only problem was my son was still in school. Mm-hmm. So we've heard that story. That's, at that time I was not going to have. I told him, I said, look, you can't have me doing leadership in ARA and him still in school doing his thing, because if there's a conflict,
I'm going with him.
I'm going over here.
Yeah.
And that's not fair to ARA.
Right.
So I waited. I kind of put that on hold. He got to a point where, he was in college. He didn't need me. He was doing his own thing. And, I stayed involved. I just didn't pursue the leadership at this level. Mm-hmm. And Angie Johnson was moving up. Mm-hmm. And Nanette, I apologize. I don't think she's listening, but I never can pronounce her name. It's like trying to pronounce Worcestershire. It's Wangheimer. I don't know. Nanette was always super, super good to me, super nice to me. But she was DVP at the time. And she was running for Secretary Treasurer. Mm-hmm. And at that time, you went in front of the nominating committee. And she was running for Secretary.
You didn't have to go in front of the whole board of directors?
No, you didn't campaign. But they didn't vote on you either. It was a nominating committee comprised of a smaller group of your peers. And they just decided. So it was like the credentials committee is now for zone directors and stuff. Yeah. They just slated the officers. Mm. So Nanette ran for Secretary Treasurer, but she still had another year remaining as DVP. She did not get selected to be Secretary Treasurer, so she still had her year at DVP. Well, in case she got that, I had to go interview anyway. Well, I was prepared. I did all I thought I interviewed well that year. Mm-hmm. And Nanette didn't get Secretary Treasurer, so she went back. And then the next year she came to me about halfway through the year and she said, Wes, I'm not running for DVP again. You need to be prepared and you need to go do this again. I think you are ready. And I had some other people that encouraged me. And after being interviewed for something like that can be scary, but when you go in and you really feel like you did a good job, then you're like, all right, let's do this.
Right.
Let's do this. I'm ready. So then the next year interviewed, got DVP, was there. Don't laugh at me yet. Was there, I served one term there. Well, when my term came up for the next term and I run into the world's biggest hog fan, Sarah Seeley, decided that she wanted to be DVP also. Mm-hmm. Sarah's been tremendous for our association. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's a big cheerleader for the Hogs and she's a big cheerleader for ARA. So Sarah and I were both running for DVP. And I knew that was a tough task. And Sarah won. It's, for someone like myself, someone that's competitive, I don't take losing very well. I was very, I lost to a very, very deserving person. And Sarah did a great job as DVP. And I was back and I was like, all right. I was kind of like, you get a taste of it and you want a little more. And then the next year, Jennifer Welch was running for Secretary Treasurer. And Jennifer and I she's one of not just one of my best friends in real estate, she's one of my best friends. She is family. Her and this guy and some others that I've traveled with and got to know really well. And she wanted me to run the same year that she ran for Secretary Treasurer. And I said, sis, have you lost your mind? I said,
Yeah, I don't think I could have done that.
No. I said, I don't like losing. I'm not going to put my name in the hat and get in the ring with somebody I know I can't beat. Jennifer, she's been tremendous for ARA.
She's amazing.
But I saw the job that she did as Secretary Treasurer, and that lit a fire under me even more. So the next year I was running, I didn't care who was running. I was running the next year. I got prepared and I was ready because to me, I wasn't just running to be Secretary Treasurer. I was running to be the 2025 president. That's how determined I was.
Oh, wow.
But I think that Sarah and I we're great friends. We're still great friends. Us running at the same time for the same position. I think too many people feel like if you're running, campaigning, and running for the same position, you can't be friends. And I just think that's a horrible approach.
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
Yeah, because we're all in it for the same job.
Absolutely.
And yeah,
but
I disagree with that.
Now it was funny. It was funny because the year I was running for Secretary Treasurer, one of Sarah's best friends, Darla Douglas, was running against me. It was me, Darla Douglas, and Cindy Myers. Well, I made it a point that I was going to ask everyone that had a vote, I was going to ask them for their vote. And I asked everyone except Darla, Cindy Myers, and Andy Myers. I just didn't think it was quite appropriate to be asking Cindy's husband for the vote.
Yeah.
All great people. I love Andy,
Yes.
love Cindy, love Darla. But we were in D.C., and I walked up to Sarah and I said, I need to talk to you. And she said, what is it? And I said, the election's coming up. She said, you can't do this to me. And I said, Sarah, I know you're voting for Darla, and that's fine, but I still have to ask.
Yeah.
And she just kind of smiled and she said, oh, Lord. She said, okay, we're good. It's all about the ask.
It is.
It's,
I can go along with that because my first time running for district vice president, it didn't go so well. But with talking with everybody, it's you don't shoot them a text, don't shoot them an email. You call them and you give them that personal connection.
Absolutely.
So I agree with that. And I will say getting up in front of the board of directors and speaking is still.
You took that intimidation factor to like 3 levels above just walking into your first.
Yeah.
powwow.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I think I scarred everybody in that room.
I think that was the first year they started doing it that way was my year I ran for Secretary Treasurer. And I had to get up in front of everybody in Fairfield Bay and like over breakfast.
No.
Is that not it?
No.
The first year they did it was when Jennifer ran for Secretary Treasurer. That was the first year that it was an election process.
Yeah.
You talk about stressful. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was scared to death. And I will honestly say, my good pal, oh buddy, oh pal, Ron
Oh, yeah.
Stitchcomb,
Yep.
afterwards, he waited till I was outside, sitting on a bench, licking my wounds. And he was like, sister, we're fixing that for next time.
Yep.
And I was like, do you even know my name? And he has every single meeting.
Yep.
We got to talk.
But this is the thing. You talk about Ron, and I love giving Ron a hard time. But you talk about Ron and you talk about some of the other leaders in our association. Ron didn't have to know you. He saw a need.
Yep.
He knew he could help you, and he was going to help you.
Oh,
He
yeah.
didn't have to know you.
You have to know
And
you.
that's the way, Ron, Doyle, Mike Ford,
That's where they are.
all
Yep.
these guys, Bill Olson, all those guys, Karen Krausen. There's just so many leaders that come before us that they see a need, they don't have to know you.
Mm-hmm.
They help you.
But you know what stuck with me, though, is he didn't say, I want to help you.
He said, we're going to fix it.
We're fixing
There
this.
you go. There you go.
We're fixing this.
And that's the way they are.
Yeah. And so I got in the truck and I looked at him and I was like, he just told me we were fixing this. And I was like, I don't know what that means yet,
Okay.
but okay. And he was not kidding. That's why I said every meeting, he will tell me, you're giving me 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes. I don't care if it's when you first get here or before you go home. You're giving me 30 minutes.
Well,
Yes,
with
sir.
that, I've seen so much growth from you.
Absolutely.
Well, and to give the two of y'all credit, I think what is helping me is chairing.
Is what?
Chairing. Because
it's-
it's forcing me to be comfortable.
Absolutely.
Not that I will ever
Yeah.
be comfortable, but not fall on my face.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you this. If you would have known me 20 years ago, which you would have been like 8, but if you would have known me 20 years ago, I was very much that way. I did not want to get up and speak
No.
in front of anyone. And now they put me on a timer.
Oh, yes, we have to.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yes. I don't know if it's a timer for you talking or a timer for you getting ready.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. But
I love you, Wes.
Yeah.
But I had to throw that
that's
out
one
there.
thing. I mean, it's helped me. If you remember when I was getting up speaking, we was doing our leadership,
Oh, you're daylight and dark.
and I was just scared to death, and I just didn't know. And now I can get up there and no problem. Wes was like, "Dang, what got into you?" I mean, it's just like,
Well, but the thing is, the more you do it, the more comfortable you
easier
get.
it gets. Yeah.
But it's also the Ron Stinchcombs of our association. And when you talk about leading by example, you watch these guys, Ron and Doyle and Mike and those guys, when they get up and speak. Jennifer, when these people get up and speak, I always watch and I'm like, okay, I want to see what they're doing that I'm not.
Absolutely.
Because I want to be better. When I get up in front of people, I want to be better. And I watch people that are better at it than I am. And when you do that, you always pick up on something
Absolutely.
that they do. And there's generally something that all of them do, this a version of, that if you will learn to do what they do in your own version, it makes life so much easier when you're in front of people.
Yeah. So I will say that, and that's one thing that Ron kept telling me. He was like, okay, you do a podcast. Why are you nervous? I said, because ain't nobody looking at me.
This is a totally different situation, isn't it?
It totally
It
different.
is.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody looking at me. But when I'm standing up
Yeah.
there in front of all of y'all are all looking at me.
Yeah.
Dead in my face.
I mean, there's several folks looking right now, but
you
we
can't
can't
see
see you.
Exactly.
So,
So it
you're all
doesn't-
naked. There you go.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will say he did tell me last year, and even, I will say, even Doyle Yates came up to me last year, and he was like, you're getting it. You're getting it.
I can't say enough how fortunate we are to have the past leadership
Absolutely.
that are continuing to lead, whether they realize it or not.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great
It's-
mentors. Great mentors.
Yes. Yes.
So much knowledge there.
Ton of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, ocean floor
Yeah.
depth
Yeah.
of knowledge. and passion and experience. I mean, all of it.
Right.
All of it. So I was told to ask if I was going to ask y'all about the game tonight.
About the game tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What will you know? What you want to know about the game?
That's all I was asked to ask.
Okay. Well, I'll give you my
Give us your prediction.
my prediction. If Arkansas can control the boards and be able to battle the big men, we'll win. Controlling the boards is a big thing. They got a lot of big men. Now the guard play, I don't think anybody can compare it to us with guard play. I think we were the best in the country. But the inside game, we got to control the boards. And with us only having 7 basically playing, we got our hands full. But I think it's going to be a good game. I predict Arkansas to win 82-75.
Ooh, doggone.
I'll take that. Phillip and I, which we're a lot alike, we see a lot of things the same way. We don't see this the same way. I mean,
But you just agreed with him.
I said I'd take that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would take that.
I got you.
I know Arizona, they're too big. I don't think we can control the boards. I think what we can control, I guess you can control the boards just by making your shots, not making rebounds an option. I think if you're missing your shots and you're making rebounds an option, it's going to be a long night for Arkansas. If they make their shots and you get, Brazil driving, you get the GOAT, Billy Goat driving, you get Darius Acuff driving, and you can get some of their big men in foul trouble, I think then you can control the game that way. But you're not going to out-rebound them. I just don't see that happening. They're too big. You got to make your shots and just make the rebounds a minimum.
I think they'll have a hard time containing without getting in foul trouble Billy Goat. I think he's going to be the difference maker.
Do you kind of feel like an outcast right now?
I wasn't gonna say anything. I'm just letting it roll.
We do.
Yeah, I think
we don't
will
watch
get his
it.
points. I think Malik Thomas will get his, but I think Billy Goat will be the difference maker in this game because he 100% on both ends of the court. So I think he would be the difference maker.
Got a feeling this is the wrong audience to be quite that honest.
What?
We don't watch sports.
Well, I had already put it out there. We don't watch sports, so that's why I was like, okay, cool, whatever.
There you go.
Yeah, whatever you say.
But I'll cheer for them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, okay. Here's the loaded question.
Okay.
And this is for all the realtors out there, active realtors. Why is it so important to have a buyer's representation signed before showing a property?
Do you want to make sure you're getting paid?
I do.
That's a pretty important part.
I mean, that.
I mean, I'm not doing it. I am doing it for fun, but I also have to pay bills.
Absolutely.
We all should have been doing that for a very long time.
Correct.
Part of the settlement was that we would do that. Mm-hmm. So you want to, it's about compliance. So if you're gonna comply, then comply. And it seems scary, but would you go to a listing appointment and say, I'm going to market your house, I'm going to put a sign out here, I'm going to do the best I can to help you get a buyer, but you don't have to sign a
Don't get
listing.
signed.
Yeah. I'm going to do all the things.
Yeah, I'm going to do all the things.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many times has and this happened to me? How many times has it happened to you where somebody's called you to go look at a piece of property? You take it, open the door, show it to them, thinking that you're going to represent them. And then they say, "Oh, I'll get with my agent." Mm-hmm. That's why it's important to have a buyer agency agreement.
Yep. But at the same time, it's in the best interest of your seller that you do unlock that door.
Absolutely.
Yep. So, but I see your point.
Yeah.
And yes, I've had it happen
Absolutely.
more than once.
Now, do you? Let me ask you a question. Do you, if you have the listing, do you need a buyer agency agreement?
Nope,
Thank you. Yeah,
because I represent the seller.
there you go.
Yep.
So some people are doing it both ways, so not knowing.
Right. And they're just thinking, I need to have this signed.
I mean,
So
if your default is to have one sign,
I mean, it ain't gonna hurt nothing.
stay with the default.
absolutely.
Get
absolutely.
that rascal sign.
But as the listing agent showing that property that
Right.
I have listed, I don't technically have to have one.
Right.
Yes.
Good job, Jesse.
I had some good teachers.
Speed dial comes in handy from time to time.
Yes, it does.
That's another good thing about ARA.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Because I've called Phillip several times. Hey, I got a broker question.
And if you don't answer fast enough, she goes on to the next one.
Absolutely.
If you
And
don't-
I have
if
called-
I don't know it, I'll find out.
Yeah.
So,
I've
yeah.
called Jennifer. I've called Heather. I've called. Yeah. It's
You
good.
didn't call Wes though, did you?
I have called West a few
have you?
times,
Okay.
hadn't I?
Probably.
I'm almost positive that I have.
That's the shady button you get all the time.
No, Wes has always answered my phone calls.
Oh, that's interesting.
Philip's like, what makes you special?
Hey, family gets that.
Yeah.
Exactly. You get the family treatment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just get the cis treatment.
Wes has never gone to the story about the reports.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So
We got carried away.
according to President Phillip Jones,
And he just found this out like 2 years ago. I've been keeping this in for
Yeah.
a long time.
Oh, so it's your fault that it's out.
so apparently at some point, I mean, Phillip was president of Greers Ferry Lake for like 32 years in a row.
That's a fact.
And-
And Realtor of the Year.
Yes. And so evidently he was not turning in his president report to his zone director. And we were in a meeting and someone said, well, I can't get Phillip Jones to turn in a report.
Who was your DVP?
Well, he was the DVP, I think.
As the story goes, Phillip says that I said, I'll call him and we'll get a report. Well, I called him. We got a report, but it wasn't exactly the report we was looking for.
And we didn't know each other at all.
We did not know each other.
I didn't know anybody.
I didn't know I wouldn't have known what he looked like then for nothing.
So at this time, was you involved?
Not involved at all. It's like 2014. Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It was it's one of those cases where it was probably a good phone conversation. And not an in-person conversation.
Yeah, it's probably good when he was on the phone. Yeah.
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 And look at y'all now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's the way it
funny.
goes, though, right?
That's the old school thing. Our generation, you had interactions like that didn't start off the best. But I will tell you, when he is my brother. I mean, we
Vice
are
versa.
we are close. I'd do anything for him. And I tell people all the time, there's a lot of people that have 3 p.m. friends. It's the 3 a.m. friends that make the difference.
Ooh, we.
And the people that you can call at 3 a.m. that will answer the phone and be getting dressed while they're answering the phone, going, "What do you need? Where am I headed?" That's your friends. He's a 3 a.m. friend, and I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed. I have several of those, but I'm also the guy that has my phone, and Sam will tell you I can't say enough about her either, but she will tell you I am that 3 a.m. friend. I take family and friends, and sometimes there's not much difference there when you're talking about the difference in my family and my friends.
We
Right.
just take care of our people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and to kind of follow up with the story and the DVP and just the board president, when I got the ask, just be at Lake DeGray, because I was being asked to step up and fill his position as zone director. I called Mike Ford. I called Phillip, because I'm asking Pam, what is a zone director? What do they do?
Yeah.
And why me?
Same questions I had.
Yeah. And so I call Mike, and Mike's like, Jesse, I just want you to be there. I think you need this position. And call Phillip and he'll explain. So still, nobody is answering my question on what is it and what do I do? So I call Phillip, and he was like, just be at Lake DeGray. We'll fill you in, and just be there. It wasn't until I got there that somebody explained to me what it was and what I'd be doing. And I was like, y'all really want me to do this? Little old me. And then there again, Lake DeGray is.
And now you're
history.
chairing committees.
Now,
I'm chairing
And
committees.
still zone director.
And still zone director.
Yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't too awful long ago. She asked me, she was like, somebody wanted her to run for something. And I'm like, okay. What 2 things are you giving up? You can take on 1 more if you give up 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
She said,
Never mind.
love her to
Because
death.
what I have, I'm not giving up.
Yeah.
But now, as realtors, you know, it feels like that sometimes. If I take on 1 more, I got to. What 2 things am I giving up? But I will tell you, this man right here is a perfect example that you don't have to give up anything, because
you
he's
don't.
school board, he's booster club, he's first responder,
Phillip's
he's-
everything.
you know, associate dog catcher. I don't know what it. If there's something out there that you can volunteer for, Phillip Jones
Phillip's.
does it,
Yep.
and he does. He makes all of it work. Somehow he gets all of it done, and he travels all across the state as a president.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
So
You just got to believe in your community. You got to give back to your community.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in that. And, you know,
And that's
take that and put it in the association.
Yep.
I mean, it's given me so much, and I'm giving it back.
Yep. And in him telling me that, it made me sit down and really think. And I'm like, okay, I'm still involved in my local board.
Yeah.
I'm still involved in my community. Still involved in state. Okay, we're good. I don't need to take on anything else
Yeah.
if I don't have
Yeah.
to. If I don't have to.
But this is what happens is you do all of that, and you're like, I'm too invested, I'm too involved, I'm not giving this up. And then something shows up, like a Hearts and Homes or a Realtor Relief or Special Olympics or something like that shows up, and you're like, okay, maybe I got a little room for
Right.
1 more.
Right. Because he'll tell you, I do have a hard time saying no.
Yeah, to anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do too.
I will
Yeah.
I will volunteer us to do stuff.
Yeah. And my wife
all the
is like,
time.
you need to slow down.
You gotta stop.
Yeah.
You gotta stop.
Which is fine. I mean,
Yeah.
just sometimes you can't keep adding.
Yeah.
You are eventually going to run out of time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's what I was running into. So, but we got it all lined out. We're good. We're good.
Square away.
Yeah. So, any final words?
I just want to say, again, thank you for having us here tonight. I am so proud of our association and where it's heading. We have great leaders in place, great leaders in place for the following years. I think you're going to see big things happen to our state association in the future. It's very solid, both advocating for property rights. Financially, we're very solid. It's just we've got the right people in place. So,
And that makes a huge difference.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We've got a great association, and we've long before the two of us were in leadership, we've had great leaders all the way back from the first time that I went to state meetings. And, it's they say it's what you do when nobody's looking. It really is.
Yep.
Because you never know. It's just like we talked about before. Those past leaders that we've got that are continuing to lead and they're continuing to set that example, whether they realize it or not, I hope that I can continue to do that years from now, that I continue to conduct myself in a manner that inspires other people, like the leaders that have come before us. The Rons, the Doyles, the Mikes, the Jennifers, the Phillip Jones, those people that are leading by example. I think that's absolutely it's what you have to do. Once you're in leadership, you're always in leadership.
Yep.
It's not like you get to get in. Now, there have been people that get in and for their own reasons they get out. But once you're in, for me, I just don't know that I could ever get out without, something, kind of forcing me out, so to speak.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to kick me out.
Yeah,
I'm just putting that out there.
I like helping people. I like seeing people get better.
Absolutely.
I like seeing people reach their goals. And Phillip will tell you, I loved being president of the state for ARA. But the first thing I told him is, I want to be a better past president than I was a president. I want you to be a better president than I was.
Let me tell you, and that's the same model I've got. But you can't find anybody better as a past president as him. He's helped me so much, just with advice. Things that's happening all over and behind the scenes, and I'll just call him up or whatever. Him like the 3 a.m. phone call, whatever, and he'll tell you, this is what you need to be doing. Look at it, and I'll make a decision and take his advice. But you won't find anybody across the nation a better past president, Wes Freeman.
Oh, look at that brotherly love. Look at it.
That's come a long way from our reports that we that we discussed.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, and that's my brother. What else is he going to say? He gives me a hard time, but he's going to take up for me when it's
absolutely
when it's stuff like that. But that's just what we do.
Yeah.
And Phillip's done a tremendous job. It's a little bit humorous to watch sometimes, because I told him, I said, get ready, it's going to go by fast. And he's like, I can't believe we're already in March.
I know.
Now you're in April.
And
almost April. Things have happened. Of course, a lot of people don't see everything happening, and something will happen, and I'll call him or Jennifer, and I'll say, what the world's going on? Y'all didn't tell me any of this, They just laugh, I was like, wow, a lot of behind the scenes. But no, it's been really good. And like, again, this man, Jennifer, the same thing. We all had the same model. She wanted Wes to be a better president than she was.
Right.
And then Wes is saying, I want Jan Dyer to be the best president than I was. I'm going to help her as much as I can.
Right.
And be the best past president I can be for her.
It's always about the helping hand.
It's helping
that
each other.
You lend out.
Absolutely.
If the person following you is better than you, then the cause gets better and the cause gets stronger.
Absolutely.
And our association gets stronger.
Yep.
And that's why we're here.
Sorry.
You're good.
Okay.
Call.
Speaking of, he's into everything. That's
a man of many hats.
There you go. There you go.
I was like, what the crap?
But for the realtors out there, I would tell you, get involved, be ready, willing, and interested in making a difference in your association, in your industry.
Absolutely.
And we're all out here to make a living.
Yeah.
But you need to be willing to make a difference in your association also.
And start out locally. local needs a lot of support too.
Absolutely.
You know, and
Absolutely.
get involved. I mean, because it's usually, you know, it's small boards especially. It's the same people over and over and over.
Yep.
But I mean, the new people need to get involved.
So to add to that, I would highly encourage, like David said earlier, go to one meeting.
Absolutely.
You may walk in thinking you know nobody, but I bet you by the time you leave, you're going to know more than a handful of people.
Absolutely.
And they're going to greet you when you come back, and then you're going to know more. Absolutely.
And I would tell you, if you go to that first meeting, and it's like David was talking about earlier, you go in and it feels very intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
And you might see me and Phillip and Jan and some of the leadership team. And I don't ever want for anyone to feel like I'm unapproachable. Mm-hmm. However, saying that, when we're at meetings, and especially June meetings, because there's a lot of business that's conducted at June meetings, and we are expected to be there to oversee that business. So sometimes if we look like we're running around with our
like a chicken with your head cut off,
with our hair on fire, I mean, you see what it done
Mine's
here.
already been on fire. Yeah. Everybody's got me. So.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's because we're conducting business.
Yeah.
That is another reason that we felt like it was so important to go to the local boards, because when we go there, guess what? We're not taking care of all that business. Mm-hmm. So now we get to have that
You're
one-on-one.
focused. Yep.
Right. We want people to see us as what we are. We're one of you guys. Just like everyone out there that's listening and everyone that's a part of ARA, we're no different than they are.
Yeah.
We just have a little more experience in leadership, and we're in a different role.
Yep.
But it's not a role that anyone out there can't be a part of.
And when and for the local boards out there, when y'all hear that they're coming to your board meeting or coming to one of your events, make it a point to show up yourself. Get to know them. I promise you won't regret it.
Yeah. Walk up, shake their hands.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
I can remember after Lake DeGray, I remember Jonesboro, and I'm walking around, and I'm as president, your day is pretty full. As past president, I have more time. I do. I mean, my job as past president is to have my phone where Phillip calls and says, "Hey, we got this. Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, we got this. What are we going to do?" I'm not the first point of contact when somebody comes with a problem. I'm supposed to be there to help support him.
Right.
So I have more time. Mm-hmm. I'm not running around, like I'm putting out fires all day. And I wasn't that before, but my job was to make sure that everybody felt welcome. And I can remember out there in the hallway on the couches, and you guys were sitting on the couch. And I come by and I stop and I talk to you. Mm-hmm. And that was your first convention. Mm-hmm. And I said then, don't let it be your last convention.
Yep.
We want you to keep coming back. And you guys have been back. Mm-hmm. I just think that's you as leaders, we need to do a better job of reaching out, even if it's just for that few seconds in the hallway to say, haven't seen you before, but I'm glad you're here. Please come back.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Speaking on that convention, it's in Branson, Missouri. So far, 2 great speakers booked. We got Leah Brown.
Phenomenal.
Is she the one from North Carolina?
Phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. She was at the
David
leadership-
really
yeah.
liked her.
And then Jared James, big time speaker.
Okay. Well, that's awesome.
And other speakers come. Chairman Cindy Dickey's working hard on getting them, her and Hayden and Andrea. So it's going to be a great time in Branson, Missouri. Promise you.
I mean, it's Branson.
Branson on the
Branson.
landing. So, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
No. Okay. I do have to give a shout out before we end the night. I want to give a huge thank you to Classic Inn, Mark and Crystal Calhoun, for accommodations for our guests tonight.
Right.
They
Thank
got
you
us
very
hooked
much.
up with a room for you, and we just want to give them a huge, huge shout out for the spur of the moment. hey, I need a room. So I
thank
didn't
y'all.
I didn't want to end the night. Jeff, he goes, and I love watching David and Jesse dance. Oh
Easy.
goodness.
I just before we end the
Yes.
night, not now. Go ahead and do everything else before we end the night. I want to end on one more request.
Go ahead. Shoot.
For those of you, and many may not know, very good friend of Phillip Jones, State Representative Stan Berry, passed away earlier this week. Just please keep his friends and family in your prayers. I did not get to know Stan as well as I would like to. Met him a few times, had good conversations. Very good man. Did a lot for our state as a representative. So just keep his friends and family in your prayers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, if nothing else,
Well, I want to say thank y'all very, very much for coming.
You bet. Thank you.
We
Yeah.
we
This is
love,
great.
we love coming and hanging out with you guys, and
Yeah.
it is a whole lot easier this way with people out there that you don't see.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, this is makes it much simpler. But I want to thank
Jeff's
y'all for
being
not
a
only
clown.
being here, but I want to thank y'all for shaking hands and introducing yourselves and making yourselves approachable.
Making this connection.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Lots of
Yeah.
love to Jennifer because she was a big part in that. And since we started coming to state meetings, and you guys have been great, and we appreciate it.
I want to throw this out there. I just remembered this. Phillip talked about the GRLA class,
Yes.
and we've always had, people that help. Sandy and Andy Myers, they take care of them when they're in Hot Springs. Last year we were up here, and
That was fun.
I just want to say a thank you to you guys, because when we were up here for GRLA last year, you guys made sure that we had enough boats for the whole class to go out with you guys and Brian.
Brian Wiggins.
Yeah.
Yep. To go out, big shout out to you guys. It really is one of those things where no matter where you go across the state, you find someone that's ready to take care of you and make you feel wanted.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
y'all.
Absolutely. And Lord willing, we'll be able to do it again.
Absolutely.
We'll count on it.
Sunset cruises. Sunset cruises.
But I
Yes.
hope everybody has a great night, and I know everybody's probably getting ready to go.
Watch the
Sure,
game.
well,
Games. Yeah.
Go Hogs.
Go
We're
Hogs.
big.
But again, thank you, both of you. Thank you for driving. Thank you to Sam for
Our live studio audience.
yeah, our live
We're
studio
like the Jeffersons
audience.
in here tonight. We're moving on up.
For traveling. It may not mean much to many, but it does mean a lot to us that y'all were willing to come on. And Phillip said he wanted to come on, but the only way he was coming on was if you came with him. So you can thank him for that. But anyway, so you're both here and we appreciate it. We love you guys. And yeah, go ahead,
Thank
Wes.
you. We love you guys. We love our ARA family.
Absolutely.
And, anytime if you can talk him into coming back, I'll come back.
Absolutely.
Oh, it'll be easy to talk him into coming back. Easy. Well,
Well, let's go order some groceries.
I
And
was
watch
fixing to
ball
say
game.
it's time to go eat, watch the Hogs, and wish everybody a very good night.
See y'all.
Thank
night.
you.
Bye.